How is it going, everybody? I just wanted to do a little video on talking about some fun things that I would like to see eventually come into the Texas Chainsaw game. This video is going to be pretty simple. I'm not reviewing the game. I'm not bashing the game. It's just me expressing what I would like to see. I thought I'd go over some characters that I'd like to see in this game, and I'm sure a lot of people are with me on this. Sheriff Hoyt. We've got to get Sheriff Hoyt in this game. I mean, he's one of the, if not the creepiest fucking characters in this entire run of franchises, whether it's original, remakes, whatever. Hoyt is fucking terrifying. My first thought for a weapon would be his revolver. I just think that would be terrifying. The idea of maybe he has to go through the toolboxes to find bullets, and you can only carry 6. Much like the scraps and everything else, there'd only be so many in a toolbox. Maybe it'd have to be something kind of like the cook, where you'd have to stand still when he's using it and kind of aim. You'd be able to see like heat motion or something, or the aura of the survivor. The idea, if they could make it echo, imagine the sound echoing, and if you're just another character hearing gunshots echoing, if you really feel like you're kind of being hunted, that'd be fucking, I think that'd be scary, especially by him. So yeah, Sheriff Hoyt, right off the bat, we gotta have him. Another character I think would be cool is Chop Top. Very weird, very out there. You could still get the actor to do the voice today. You know, running around scratching his head and shit like that. I have no idea what this character's main weapon or kills or whatever would be. Kind of colorful character that stood out would be really cool. Given that kind of weird hippie vibe, give him the glasses and everything, just really color him out. It'd be interesting. He'd almost be like the kind of clown that we could get in this kind of a world. This one might be a little weird for people, but I think it would be fucking terrifying. And that is the little girl from number 2, I think, who I believe is, if I remember right, I think it's Leatherface's daughter. I don't know. I should have looked that up. Just imagine being in the basement and the door opens and it's a little fucking girl that is standing there in the shadows. You just see fucking pigtails going by, things that are too hot, you know? She'd literally just blend in with the grass. It'd be fucking terrifying. Maybe that's just too weird for people. Maybe it's a little too goofy for people that play the game. I like that the game is very scary. It hasn't... Dead by Daylight stopped being scary a long time ago. Out of all the killer versus survivor games that we've gotten, this is the scariest fucking one. So maybe it'd be too goofy to add a kid. To me, I think it'd be fucking terrifying. Especially if she was kind of like Sissy, where she's doing like little lullaby things or something. Next, I'm going to give some ideas of some skins and outfits and stuff that I think Leatherface should get. That I would really like to see in this game. Obviously, the remake Leatherface should be in this game, with that very dark and just wet and that fresh face. When I say remake, I'm talking about the early 2000s remakes. That you could do stuff with the new ones. They're not as iconic. To me, the remakes are my Leatherface. They're the scariest. It's the most iconic to me. I understand that the original is probably the most iconic to most people, but for me, it is the early 2000s one. Along with, I think it'd be a cool unlockable or something we can just buy, but the mask that he has in the beginning, the prequel, where it's only half of his face, I think that would be pretty fucking cool. Oh, and something that I always thought Dead by Daylight should have done, and it just feels like an opportunity missed to me, so I hope they probably won't do it, but it would be cool if you had the option of putting on, like if you're playing as Leatherface, if you had the option of wearing the survivors that aren't being played as, if you could, or just whatever, if you could wear their faces as a mask, I think that'd be fucking awesome. Like you're playing as a survivor and you're seeing the other survivors that aren't being played on his fucking face. I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be scary as fuck. I don't know how that hasn't been done yet, but I would love to see it. One last mask idea would be, of course, Kemper's face. How do we not get Kemper's face in this game? It's so fucking creepy. It's so iconic. If you were a teenager back in the day, you watch that movie and the first time Erin turns around and sees her boyfriend's face on Leatherface, that was like the most you really see a face. Sometimes Leatherface's face, it's leathery, so it doesn't feel like a face. It feels just like a mask. You know what I mean? Like we've normalized it. We've gotten desensitized from the idea that it's human skin being worn as a mask. But when you see Kemper's fucking face for the first time, that really sunk it in. That's a human face on a person. Like, I remember just getting like fucking gutted when that happened. So I would love to see that mask as an like a something we could get in this game. You could do Aaron, you could do Kemper, maybe without a face. You could do a lot of, it doesn't matter because it's just about what they do. What I would like to see more in the survivors is if we could kind of set some traps more for the killers. I think that would be kind of cool. They are doing that, you know. We have defenses. It would just be kind of cool if we were able to maybe set up a bear trap or something like that. So as far as characters and stuff like that goes, that's what I've got there. Let's get into some maps. So a couple cool map ideas I think we definitely need to see is, one, again, going back to the remakes, that house, that remake iconic house, I think definitely needs to come into this. It's towering, it's creepy, and maybe you could add like a cornfield or something. I think a cornfield would be fucking terrifying in this game to make it really dense. And since we're on the topic of the remakes, maybe like a trailer park. We kind of see a little more of the trailers that the ladies are in that stole the baby, and we see a little more of an expanded version of that. I think that'd be really fucking cool to see a whole just abandoned trailer park that these creepy people have. Maybe there's more creepy people that have been living there. One more idea I had was an abandoned town. I think that would be really cool, like just like a block or so, like a few blocks of a town, kind of like they did with the remake. We could see that. Very much a ghost town kind of thing. I think that would be really cool. Maybe getting to go inside some different buildings and stuff. One last one I had was a recording studio. How cool would it be to see the recording studio from number 2, and we get something that's a little more brighter, something that has lights going on, something that is a little different than what we've gotten so far. Just a different feel from the house, the mill, all that. It'd be a little cleaner, but still creepy. It looks like they just killed people in it or something. I don't know. Maybe that's too weird, but I think it would be cool. And here's just 3 random things that I would like to see. One, this is just my little complaint. Now that we can't back out of a match without having a little penalty of 3 minutes, which I understand. Same as Dead by Daylight. But now that it's doing that, I think it would be cool if instead of going all the way back to the main menu, it just kind of restarted if we're waiting 5 minutes. I think it would be cool if they just restarted it back to matchmaking to whatever you did, instead of us going back to the menu, having to click on survivor or killer and then going back. Like, why? You know what I mean? So that's just my little nitpick. One little fun thing I'd like to see is maybe like duo kills. 2 killers are close to a person, maybe you can both hit something. Maybe that's just too out there, there's too many complications with that. I just think that would be so fucking cool to be able to see 2 people killing at once. Maybe that's just too big of an idea for this game right now. Whenever I see 2 killers that are like basically right there and one of them gets it, I'm like, man, that'd be so cool. Along with different kills, the idea, like, I'd like them to borrow from what they did in the Friday the 13th series, where there was kills kind of laid out the map, where if you were next to something, you could kill them that way. I think that'd be really fucking cool. Maybe there's just too many characters for them to be able to do that. Again, maybe that's just too complicated to break the game. There's something, I don't know. I don't make games, so maybe that's just way too fucking much. Maybe it's just not the kind of game they're wanting this to be. I love that stuff, though. I think it makes it feel more organic. It makes every game feel different. I wasn't a big fan of the Friday the 13th game. It was fun. I like all these kinds of games. I give them a shot, and I play them every once in a while. But this one is taking my attention away from everything because it's just so immersive. You're in a horror movie. So I would, the more we can feel like every match can be something totally different. And if you added those kills, I think that would just do that. If I could just get picked up and hooked real quick, or if I could get my face fucking slammed. Out of context. These are weird wants in life. Yeah, it would just be really cool to be able to like be scared of your surroundings a little bit. You know, if you knew that there was an axe right there, you'd get the fuck away from it. A wood chipper, dude. Imagine if you could get shoved into it, how scary that would be or something. Or they have to turn it on first, and once it's on, you know you're fucking vulnerable.
Head first right into the wood chipper, into Woody, right back there.
I know Leatherface can pick you up and hook you and stuff, but it just seems like that. I've only seen that twice out of like fucking 500 games. And the last thing is just a little cherry on top of this this video, but I think it would be cool to see new endings of like the family eating. You could get like, you know, Nancy fucking stirring some stew with one of the characters in it, while the other, you know, they're serving a whole meal or something, a little animation of them serving a whole meal. I hope sometime down the line, and they all start saying grace, and it kind of like, as if it's like a fucking happy ending for the family. Or Leatherface going back down into his dungeon and starting to skin off a face. Those are my little things that I have come up with while playing the game, while really enjoying the game. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you just kind of enjoy the conversation. Let me know, what are there characters that you want to see in this game, outfits that you want to see, are there things that you're having a problem with in this game that you'd really like to change? I'd love to hear it. Thank you for watching.